What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our playthrough of Skyrim Special Edition with mods here at Vidnarsverse, or as we like to call it in this neck of the woods. Sky's the limit. So, last time we managed to make it through Fort Amal, and next time we're going to be taking it on and clearing out the inside of it. However, for the moment, this is going to be a bonus episode because I had to make my way back and get rid of all my excess junk. And now we're going to be learning about a different NPC. Last time, we talked to Livia.
It's a good day for adventuring.
And look what popped up since last time we talked to her. Two of these. Can you tell me what you're interested in? And can you tell me anything about your father, Amulius? So first, let's go ahead and do that. Can you tell me what you're interested in, Livia?
I do. While other noble girls stayed at home dreaming
I
about
do?
their white knights,
You mean I can?
I found joy in the stories of the past. And given how the events of the Fourth Era led to the rise of my family, it's hard not to be interested. Part of my duties as the third child of the Salvian family.
Ooh, third child. Share your interest with me then. Tell me more about the Fourth Era.
I'm happy to hear that. Take this book from me. It's the timeline of the Fourth Era.
Okay.
When you have questions, ask. I should be able to answer.
Okay. Go ahead and read that, I suppose. Okay. So basically, it looks like this is just a timeline of history. If you want to read it, you can pause it. I'll give it a little time in between. I'm not really reading it. I think I've read this once before. I can't quite remember. From her, just to make sure that her character was okay with using. Let's see. Right, let's see. The Cult of the Eagle. Arrival of a flaming golden eagle that will scorch all evil and save the Khajiit people. Okay, is that what she's... She can't possibly be talking about elsewhere. No, wait. I think that was a cult that was started. Okay, so what she means by the flaming eagle, this sounds like the Thalmor. Hope I didn't just skip through that too fast. If anybody wants to see more of this, I can release a super brief, like 2-minute video of me just flipping the pages. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll make it happen. It'll be super easy to do anyway, no matter how far ahead in the game we are. But blah blah blah. Ominous ending. The High Archon mobilizes the majority of Thalmor Justiciars to Skyrim, and just so y'all know, we see any of those, we're killing them. I don't like the Thalmor. They're not nice people. Alright. We're the Fourth Era's timeline, but I have some questions.
Of course.
No, I don't know. There was an emperor called Aurelius who ventured into Argonia, and she sang about, like, the Dark Lord Aurelius. I have no idea if this is the same person. What happened? Argonia, ooh. Like the Argonians.
He simply vanished. No one knew what became of him. Some guessed the Anzalil captured him and offered him as a sacrifice to the Hist. Others speculated that it was a political assassination.
Ooh, fun.
But either way, that happened almost a century ago. Even if there was any evidence, they're no longer recoverable.
But there's got to be some reason why this is included. Why else would we make a random comment about some random dude who vanished? Well, not random dude, random emperor who vanished, but still, that was a long time ago. Aren't you amazed by the Anzalil? They're so full of mysteries. I love them, I think. Aren't those Argonians? Let me know if those are Argonians or not. But, yeah.
I'm not amazed by something that haunts everyone in their dreams.
It'd be so funny if I was an Argonian.
They're savage, merciless, brutal, but undoubtedly powerful. It's all I can say about the Argonians of Blackmarsh.
Hey. Why did the Empire declare war?
You think the Empire did nothing?
Well, that's typically what they do.
The Elder Council sent spies after spies, soldiers after soldiers into the marsh. They never returned, and it has horrified the Elder Council.
There's gotta be a reason why this is
I don't
included.
mean to sound sarcastic, but it would probably have been brighter if Emperor Aurelius was really assassinated by a political rival.
I don't know what to make of that.
But even so, you and I know the spies and soldiers didn't simply get lost in the marshes.
You don't know. I don't know why we're asking this, but might as well just get the full thing.
No, I don't. It's an event of the... One Aurelius in the Empire's history is more than enough.
All right.
We don't need two.
All right, now then. Can you tell me anything about your father, Amulius?
You can take these books from me.
Wait,
They
these
describe
books?
my father's early life. But
Okay.
I'll be glad to answer any question about him. He is my father, after all.
Okay. What the? Oh my god. Okay, what? It keeps growing. Okay. How many of these did you give me? Okay. No. Okay, if you guys really want me to read these out, I'll be happy to do so. Well, I won't say happy, but I'll be happy to do what you guys want me to. I'm sorry, this just... I don't know. This kind of... Let's just open this one up. Of the heroes of Cyrodiil who rose during the Great War, Lord Amulius Salvian is the most famous among all, whose skill at war and politics helped ensure the Empire's survival. Okay. It smelled like Mary Sue. It's really starting to smell like Mary Sue. Like, absurdly so. So I'm going to just... I'm going to take these books, and I'm going to put them in their own special little case. And I'm going to tell her I read them. I'm not gonna, though. Dear God. You know, it's either... You know, I hope nobody thinks I'm giving this a hard time. I mean, granted, her having that textured hair is really still very disconcerting. But, I don't know. It's just... Your mother's a princess, your father's a high chancellor and grand champion of the... You know, like, champion of the entire empire. Like... I'm sorry, that seems just a teensy bit over the top. I mean, Inigo is skilled, but when you get into his story, it's explained that he was, you know, raised by, you know, two assassins. You know, it makes sense that he's good because he was trained from an early age by two experienced killers. And Zora, you know, if you ask her about her stuff, she'll tell you, oh, she's tough. Like, she's, you know, trained herself ever since she lost her beauty. She decided, well, don't have that to rely on anymore. I'm going to go adventuring. You know, nobody's going to come after me because of my face. And she toughened herself up. I mean, and Lucian, it already starts the game as like a super wimpy dude. And you watch his character development because you play a part in it. But this... I don't know. It's not nearly as bad as Ambriel or Arlen. Oh, dear God. I thought... You think Ambriel is over the top, Mary Sue. Arlen is the apotheosis of Mary Sue. And if you don't know what Mary Sue is, basically... I know this is a rough definition, but it basically means creating a character that is almost like a self-insert of the author, has no flaws, no difficulties... is just the best at everything they touch. Arlen is the apotheosis of a Mary Sue follower. That's why I'm not even bothering trying to try her out, because, God, it's horrible. This is nowhere near that bad. But, I mean, your dad's the coolest dude in the Emperor short of the Emperor? That seems like it was going to be Mary Sue, but then they're like, you know, full on. Then they're like, let's not. Although I haven't read those books yet, I'll read them off screen, or try to at least. You know, review it myself. And I may, if you guys want me to in the comments, I'll, you know, turn the pages, make a short video where you guys can read it too, if you want. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know how to feel about this. All right.
It's a good day for adventuring.
Can you tell me anything about your father, Amulius? Because I don't have time to read all 10 of those books.
There is no one who is as honorable as he is.
God, you love honor. What do you think about your father? Gee, I wonder.
I admire the man. He has the best interest of the Empire in his heart. The Empire is at its darkest moment,
Well,
thanks to the vile manipulation of the nobility and the flaming eagle's grasping talons.
okay, that gives me a little more respect for you.
It needs a champion of Cyrodiil who will vanquish the Empire's enemies, just as the hero of Kvatch defeated the Daedra.
It's more realistic. I like that.
I am standing in the home of a hero.
Thank you, Inigo. Okay. Let's see. So, conflicted. I might try that at a later date. You see, you think the Thalmor is the reason for the Empire's failure?
It is one of the reasons, and for that, it needs to be ended.
Yes, okay, we can agree on that one.
The eagle divides Tamriel, causes bloodshed and hatred. It has no honor,
Oh, we can
no
agree.
morals.
We can agree.
The only thing that it wants is to devour all that we love.
Okay, liking you a lot more now.
Only when the Dominion crumbles and Alinor City burns will the Empire truly be able to recover.
You may have a point with that, Livia. Although, to be frank, story-wise, I don't think the people of Skyrim are going to forget what the Empire allowed to happen to them. It'd take a good bit more than just, here, money from the Empire to make everything good again, because the Nords are not easily pleased. Money won't placate them. But, a lot of people get really in-depth about this kind of thing. I just thought I'd, stick my toe into that water, talk about it with this series, but yeah.
Let's bring the fight to the wicked.
All right, we've only got a little bit more time. Go ahead and
I
ask.
respect the man.
Yes, we know. All right. Can you tell me Amulius's origin? As his daughter, you should know that well.
As the Empire's second most powerful man, my father came from humble roots.
Okay.
He was born to a peasant couple during the Dubois Wars, a civil war in High Rock that happened decades ago.
Okay.
During the war, the exiled Princess of Shornhelm, Adelise, was wounded in an assault. My grandparents found her while they were hunting in the wilds.
Okay.
After knowing who she was, they decided to give her safe shelter until she could regain strength and continue the fight against Dubois. But, to their detriment, Dubois' soldiers eventually found her. They slaughtered everyone in the village. Blood ran in the river on that day.
Oof.
My grandparents died saving Princess Adelise, and in return, she promised to raise their infant son in their stead. The Princess of Shornhelm was good to her word. After she joined forces with Emperor Saturnius to defeat Dubois, she made my father her ward.
Okay, then.
Hence, Adelise became the Queen of Shornhelm, and my father sort of became a prince.
All right, that is looking a lot better than it was before. I was having expected, like, born to royalty, he excelled in everything as a child. In his first battle, he blah, 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 blah. No training at all. But that is a good bit more realistic. Very much less what I was suspecting. But yeah. Can you tell me anything about your father, Amulius? One more question to ask before we end this.
There is no one who is as honorable as he is.
Yes, as you have said. All right. How did your father rise to power?
This path hasn't always been easy for him. If you've read the books about my father,
I'm not gonna.
perhaps you may understand his struggles.
Well, I will, but,
It is a very long story. Better if you read the books yourself.
Okay.
But if you're a bit more specific, I can entertain.
I'm going to use my magical powers of being, well, no, I won't have to. Okay, how did your father become champion of Cyrodiil?
He was named Champion of Cyrodiil after he crushed the Aurelius Rebellion. But before that, he had already contributed
What's that name
tremendously
again?
to the Empire. The Blanchett Rebellion, Titus II's succession to the Ruby Throne, and of course, there's the Great War. Without him, the Empire would have ended.
Okay. What
It
makes that
was
so
the
special?
greatest civil war the Empire had ever suffered in the
Whoa.
Fourth Era. To make it worse, it happened right after the Great
Well,
War
the Great War
ended.
only ended like, what was it, 20 years
The
ago or
Empire
something?
was barely recovering, and that dog, the deposed High Chancellor Aurelius, seized the moment when the Empire needed aid the most. First, he summoned his private army. Then, he employed the Red Guard mercenaries from Hammerfell. He even persuaded a large number of peasants to join his cause, claiming the Emperor tyrannic, for he increased the taxes for the Empire's rebuild.
Mixed bag when you raise
The
taxes.
Nibonese counts and countesses, already dissatisfied with the Mede dynasty, quickly joined Aurelius. As time passed, his forces grew larger. The Imperial Legion was outnumbered by the rebellion. The war would have been a certain loss for the crown, under the odds. But my father, somehow,
Yeah,
his
there's that
brilliant
word.
strategies turned the tides.
Somehow. Brilliant.
Victories over
How are they
victories.
brilliant?
The Salvian name became an inspiration to the Legion. In the end, that cowardly traitor Aurelius and his conspirators were forced to hide inside Cheydinhal's castle, awaiting justice to come. Amulius Salvian became a literal champion of Cyrodiil by winning an impossible war. It was only a matter of days until he officially got the title.
Okay. How'd your father become High Chancellor then? Sorry, guys, it's going to be extra long, but then it's probably going to be a while before we hear from Livia again.
At the time
So
my
there's that.
father became champion of Cyrodiil, the seat of High Chancellor belonged to Lord Otho Vici, whose family presides Coral. Due to some personal feuds, Emperor Titus didn't choose my father to be High Chancellor when Aurelius
And here I
was
thought
deposed.
Zora's stuff would be long-winded.
Instead, he chose Lord Vici.
Although this is great detail.
But by the time their friendship was repaired, the Emperor was already married to Lord Vici's daughter. Replacing Lord Vici wouldn't make sense. Nonetheless, a few years later, Lord Vici died of old age.
Huh.
And naturally, my father became the only logical successor to the seat of High Chancellor.
What, they didn't have a kid? Sometimes I think you're too naive about politics.
Nonsense. I am the daughter of the High
How does
Chancellor.
that?
How could I not have inherited his cunning mind?
Oh, God. Man, that was an interesting roller coaster. So here's what I picked up from that. Number one, illustrious father. Not entirely a Mary Sue. I'll need to see Marty Stew. That's what that's called, and it's a guy. But yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it. I don't mean to be overly critical. Although I do think the hair is kind of dumb. But yeah, I don't mean to be overly critical, because obviously the people that worked on this put a great deal of time into the mod, and I really respect that. But it just feels like we're going to learn more. I hope at least, about her as a character, and about her. Hopefully she develops. I really hope so, because that last comment of like, sometimes I think you're a little too naive about politics. I don't know. I really hope that gets seen to. But yeah, at least we got the whole thing of she agrees that the Thalmor are the problem, and yeah, at least she agrees with that. I could really get behind that, and I wonder how she's gonna react to the more political quests, if she's designed to do that. But yeah, also how she'll react when she learns that we're officially Dragonborn from the Greybeards. But anyway, that'll be in the future. But thank you so much for joining us on this bonus episode. Leave a like, favorite, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you want me to read those books at a later time, please let me know, and I'll make a super brief video where I'll just turn the pages so you can read. If for some reason you guys have some overwhelming desire to let me read it aloud, or comment, you can go right ahead and ask. I certainly won't refuse, but I'm good either way. But also, click that notification bell. That way you can stay up to date on when new episodes are coming out, or bonus episodes when we're when there might be a delay in the future. Typically, we're going to be releasing an episode every day at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. On a difficult week, we'll be releasing either 1 to 2. That I can promise you, no matter how bad the week is, unless there's a death. All right, pausing that. It's either, if it's a bad week, unless there's a death, in which case there probably won't be anything. But I'll let you know in an update video. I'll at least get that to you. Or, you can follow my Twitter at Vadenari. But I forgot to plug that. Yeah, I've got a Twitter now. But basically, we're going to be releasing on those worst weeks 6 o'clock Tuesday and Friday, but at least Tuesday. But in any case, whether it's a click away, a day away, or a week away, until next time, peace be with you.